Let's play City Skylines and modded series. This is the River Run map. We're playing on Nezodam City. Let's go over what we did last time. We worked on this interchange on the left-hand side, and then we started zoning high industrial areas, modified some pathways, and optimized some roads. What we're going to do today is this section of the map, the lower second half, lower left-hand side. We're gonna populate, or we're gonna plan the layout for the rest of the tile. So without further ado, let's begin. I did want to let you guys know I was in for a rough start. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get Peter back up. I ran into an overheating issue with the laptop. So what I did was I took it apart and redid the thermal paste, which was completely dry. And now it's back together. But I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do a video. This is probably the last set of the batch videos that I make. I make about 3 per week, which lasts up to 9 days. So yeah, there's a spread of time between today's video and the next. I do these in advance just so that I have time to edit and do other things. But anyway, let's start doing the zoning. So this is the Nessie interchange, named after the Loch Ness Monster. Let's check out the traffic. It's not bad. It's kind of turning red, but I kind of don't like how the right-hand side, crosses over the left. I wanted to make something new, but kind of looks a little wonky. So maybe in a future episode we'll do some proper interchange. But that's the plan. We'll figure it out. I wanted to optimize the bus lines. I noticed the usage went in half when I deleted the left-hand side, so I started doing a bunch of optimization here so that the left-hand side can reach the right-hand side. There is a very small trolley system which comes with the new Sunset Harbor DLC. Experimented with that, but we only get about 7 passengers there. So let's delete all the different bus stops here, and then we can optimize this yellow line. Creating bus lines, you go in one direction, the right-hand road, and there should be a way to return back to where you came. They'll put a stop right back where it was. I used to do bus stops at each corner when I was first new at the game, but you then realize a lot of the citizens like to walk to where they need to go, so bus stops don't have to be everywhere, just to be accessible where they need to be. You don't want to have too many stops or too many buses, because that can cause some traffic. I'm trying to do some creative names for some bus lines. I do usually the color and the direction or the region that they're in. So this is the northwest yellow, so that's what I'm going to do. But eventually I'll probably do districts. My plan for the next episode, we are probably going to be approaching the 25th episode. I want to start naming districts after some loyal subscribers that have been commenting or liking or showing a presence on my channel. I truly appreciate that. So I finally put my glasses on and I realized what the measurement of the dirt road is. So when I edit these videos, they are the preview pane. When I do the voiceovers are at 1/4 resolution, or 1/4, what do you call it? The fidelity is 1/4, so it doesn't show any of the fonts. Yeah, with or without my glasses, you can't read it. So it's about 140. Sometimes I go 160, depending on the type of road I'm connecting. That's generally how far I am from the road. I don't know if you can hear the plane passing by. I'm gonna leave it in here because I want to hear what RTX voice does regarding outside noise. So we'll see if it happens to mask that sound. I've been getting some good feedback about explaining how I do curves or how I do certain things or my thought process between things. So this is how I curve a road. I cut to, generally speaking, equidistant segments, and then I join it with the apex of the angle. I'll probably do this and I'll probably do an explanation in real time, but here's another one. So generally the apex is where the 2 points meet or intersect the invisible lines, and that's where you start the curve. Easy once you get used to it, but that's how natural curves usually are, between 2 intersecting points. That's where the smoothest part of the curve is. So I like looking at the terrain, and to make the city look more organic, I'm trying to follow it. But this part, doing a grid / organic look to the road. The bottom part that meets the railroad, or the thing that divides the 2 halves of the tile, I am putting a major avenue, 6-lane road. And I'll probably connect that to the left-hand side of the highway that you see that's turning red. So I'm probably going to change that weird simple interchange to something more complex. We'll see what we have in mind. Here I am trying to make the organic look of the roads. So I'm trying to mimic what I do in the highways, segments, and then link them in curves. But this proves to be difficult later on in the video. There are definitely some people who play the unmodded series that are better than geometry than I am, but do definitely try to curve the roads whenever possible. definitely does look a lot more interesting doing these organic roads, or yeah, organic roads. But it was providing to be a headache to be able to do this for each road, so I ended up deleting it. Looking at how I did the other roads, I figured I'd do a grid type thing on that avenue that's sticking out. Eventually, it works out. It's much more simpler and easier to figure out. This is what we decided to do. So it's 140 from the avenue just to space it to delineate from what's livable space or zonable space with what road hierarchy demands. So yeah, there's 140. It's the measurement for 4 tiles, so it's not bad. If I decide to zone outside of the area, the zonable area, I have at least a full tiles worth for for the citizens to live. So here's how it looks with a road hierarchy. So I'm deleting some of the roads in the segments so that it doesn't fully, so it doesn't touch the avenue all too often. So it's considered arterial, that's arterial, and the avenues collect from the local roads, which is what I'm working on, the dirt roads. So if you're wondering, or you're new to the channel, wondering why I'm using dirt roads, because they're low maintenance costs while I'm building this stuff, and I never pause the game, so I'm trying to minimize the cost while I'm doing this in real time. Graphics still looks good. It's not that bad, but eventually I will change that interchange. It looks kind of close. It's probably the most complicated interchange that I made, that thing that you saw. I'm not sure what to call it, maybe spaghetti. Here I'm looking at how to improve or level up the buildings. These commercial go up to level 3 and the residential goes up to level 5. So it looks like they need more parks. Since we can't do the elusive dog parks everywhere, which is a shame because this whole city is going to be full of dog parks. I did try using the smaller, like the carousel and the Japanese gardens. Those are the small ones. I think this is a bouncy house. It's a little too large. subscribe, ding that bell, and I'll see you in 3 days. It's John Nezodam signing out.